Hello and welcome to a top grade dive into transactional writing. Well, the first question is, what the hell is transactional writing? It turns out it's just the ability to persuade. Yes, it's just persuasive writing. So today I'm stealing ideas as a student from Pearson. They've sent me their catch-up pack. More of them later, but what it means is I have digital access to their guide. And to find out if it's any good, I'm going to approach it as a GCSE student, taking the Edexcel GCSE. Let's apply this to a real exam type question. Write an article for your local newspaper, encouraging older people to discover more about the benefits of modern technology. The first really cool bit of advice is that I've got to not write two really boring paragraphs at the beginning, because the beginning is where the examiner wants to make up their mind as to what grade to give me. And so they give me 5 ideas that I can use no matter what the question. I can be controversial, I can start with a quotation, they've chosen Shakespeare, I can surprise them with facts or statistics, I can do a rhetorical question, or I can start with an anecdote. Well, for me personally, I know that these two, the controversial statement and the anecdote, are the ones that work best. Experimenting on animals is a cruel necessity. Okay, I think I'm going to start with that idea. Experimenting on older people is a cruel necessity, full stop. If we don't teach them how to surf the wave of internet and other social media, how will they survive in the modern world, and communicate with the younger generations desperate to learn from their wisdom, experience, and grumpiness, full stop. Okay, minor corrections put in there, but I hope you can see how useful the dictation app is. Anyway, that's by the by. So yes, I'm pretty pleased with that idea. I think this is quite a controversial way of starting, and then I've kept up that element of being controversial by surprising the reader with this pattern of 3 here: wisdom, experience, and then grumpiness. Okay, I now have a super original way of starting, which I've stolen from the guide. Right, step 2. After my dramatic opening, I've got to introduce my topic. The average person spends a quarter of their waking life watching television. Are they making good use of their time? Or is television sucking the life out of them, killing them slowly with its mind-numbing mediocrity? Love it. Okay, how much of that can I steal? The average pensioner spends 15 minutes of their Zoom time desperately trying to unmute and find where the video recording button is. Full stop. They answer the phone to FaceTime by putting it to their ear and showing you the horrifying contents within. Full stop. Has modern technology turned the mothers and fathers of our families into fumbling idiots, less adept at modern life than a 4-year-old toddler? ? Okay, what else do I notice here? It's got some brilliant verbs like sucking, and it's got great alliteration like mind-numbing mediocrity. So I've got the alliteration with modern and mothers. Yeah, that's not bad. And technology and turned. That's quite good. I've got a really good verb here with fumbling idiots. And there's the alliteration with the F of 4-year-olds. I wonder if I could get another F in there. Yes, I can. I can get less adept and change that to a really cool verb. And so we'll have them flailing at, if I could spell, at modern life like a 4-year-old toddler. Okay, this is teaching me a lot. And then it points me to a kind of top error that students make. Avoid telling the reader what you are going to write about. As in this essay, I'm going to argue that blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I totally agree. And just by following the techniques up here, it stopped me making that mistake. Okay, this is an interesting bit of advice that I hadn't expected. Plan your conclusion before you start writing. Your final paragraph should leave your reader with a lasting impression. This is actually really useful because the 2 most important parts of your answer, the ones the examiner will remember most, are the beginning and the end. That's actually got a lot of psychological studies to back that up. And so I love the way the guide is making me think about the conclusion first. I hadn't thought about doing that. And this time they give me 6 different ways of doing a conclusion. Okay, they're all pretty good, but I like the idea of ending on a vivid image, and I think I might want to combine that with ending on a happy note, because I wasn't so kind to my old people at the beginning, and we all love our grandparents, don't we? So it's time to introduce some kindness. Oh, sorry, I've just got to take this. Yes? Oh, you want to sponsor the video? No, I've got a sponsor for this video already. Yes, it is for a guide, yes. No, it's much better than your guide. Why? Well, look, most students, they don't know how to do an English revision, do they? So it starts with a diagnostic test, and you just go through it and work out the stuff that you don't know. Yeah, I know. Students don't know, do they, what it is they've got to revise for English language. So they do this tiny little test and it tells them exactly what to revise. Yeah, it doesn't take them any time at all. It's really cool. No, I know you haven't got anything like that. Oh, you think your revision guide is better? I don't know. No. The revision guide's really cool. So you find out what you don't know, then you go to the right page in the revision guide, and the revision guide's pretty damn good. But that's not the end of it. No. But then when you find out that you can't do something, you do the revision workbook. Yeah, they've designed the questions exactly to match what the students don't know. I know, right? So clever. So yeah, they're going to sponsor my video. Who are they? Pearson. They do the stuff for Edexcel. Yeah, there's an app as well. Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to use an app. But you know what young people are like. Everything's on the flipping phone, isn't it? Hello? I'll just cut them off, sorry. My ear always gets in the way. Do you do that? And so imagine a wonderful world in which your poor grandparent, clattering about with arthritic hips, can transport their grandchildren through the miracle of VR headsets to leaping off Niagara Falls in a barrel, and then calling up Uber Eats for some fantastically untasty treats. Getting carried away with alliteration there. For some fantastically unhealthy treats. From Mackie D's, open brackets, other appalling restaurants are available, close brackets. And then round it off by making a 2-minute video summary of their day to send it off to the amazed and grateful parents. Full stop. Who wouldn't long for this silver-haired revolution? And who wouldn't cherish these videos for decades after the grandparents have gone? Because, although everything must have an ending, why can't we make it a happier one? Now, I genuinely hadn't thought of doing this before writing the conclusion in advance, so I'm simply going to go to the last page available in the exam paper, let's imagine it's this one down here, and instead of writing my conclusion up there at the beginning, I'm actually going to go to that last page and stick it on there. And I know that my beginning that I've expertly crafted and my conclusion that I've expertly crafted are actually what's going to get me much more marks than all the stuff I put in the middle. That's a genius tip. Thank you, Pearson. What other brilliant advice does the guide have for me now? It's going to show me that question that I started with so I can put my learning into practice. And then I really like this bit. It's going to give me a sample answer which is good, so probably a grade 4 or 5, and then an improved sample answer that's going to get me grades 7, 8 and 9. I'm probably going to learn a lot from this paragraph. Oh well, I guess you're going to have to read that paragraph yourself and the other one here to compare it to, because we are out of time. See you soon on my channel.